Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another shiny tier list video. This is Gen 2, and if you looked at the tiers, you might notice that there's something different, which is the fact that I added a little, like blurb, a little descriptor for why I'm putting, for what each tier means to me, so it's a little clearer. I don't gotta explain myself too much. Let's get started. Let's start off with none other than Chikorita. Now, when I look at my categories and I look at this, my descriptions for the categories, and I look at this Chikorita, all that comes to mind is it's shiny. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think shiny Chikorita is a little bit, I would say on the plain side, if I'm being honest. I'm not particularly, amused by it, but I mean, it's not like, who cares? Like, it's not worth, completely, disregarding. And so, that counts for something. The next one is shiny Bayleaf, which I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. It gives me a fall aesthetic. I'm recording this in the fall, and so, maybe that's favoring it in this moment, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Now, Meganium. I love Meganium. If you've seen any of my previous, Gen 2 tier list videos, then you'll know that I put Meganium, I think, in S tier every time. However, in this case, I am not the biggest fan of shiny Meganium. I think it's a little bit plain. I don't think it's who cares level of boring, but it's sort of like, well, it's shiny. So if I ever got a Chikorita, I would probably evolve it into Bayleaf and then stop. I wouldn't push it past that point. Moving on to Cyndaquil. It's just a little bit more brown, which I think is an interesting change from the green. I would say green that it usually is. So I'm going to say it's pretty cool. It's shiny, and then it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's how I feel about what's his name, Quilava and Typhlosion. Not very exciting, but who is very exciting is Totodile. I know, it looks just, I guess, more fluorescent, and they changed the spikes on his back from being red to blue, and so I think that makes a noteworthy change, and so I'd say I would be A tier. I would be thrilled if I encountered. I would say pretty cool and pretty cool. That's where I land with the starters. Now, moving on to Sentret. I don't think it looks like exactly the same, but I also don't it's shiny. However, the surprising thing is for it, I actually really like how this looks. It looks like this bright pink, almost I don't know, if there was a furret that lived among cherry blossom trees. And this is how I would imagine furret would look like. So I'm going to say A tier actually for furret. I would be thrilled if I came across that shiny. I think it looks really cool. Now, Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. I hate to say it, who cares? I think they both look boring. They both just look green. And same thing with Leddyba and Letty, and we might as well just get them out of the way. They all just sort of look like greenish yellow versions of themselves. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing new. There's just I don't know. I wouldn't care. Yeah, I would catch them and probably never look at them again. So I think that justifies their D tier placement. Now, if we want to talk about an incredible change, an exciting shiny Pokemon, let's talk about shiny Spinarak, because that looks so freaking cool. I'll admit, Spinarak is a Pokemon that I don't pay much attention to, but this version of Spinarak looks so freaking cool. It's, I don't know, interesting to look at. It's fresh, it's new. I'm gonna say S tier. Now, similar to how I said that I wouldn't want to evolve Bayleaf into shiny Meganium, I don't think I would be particularly inclined to evolve Ariados or Spinarak into Ariados, but I still think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to say A tier for for shiny Ariados. I don't know why in my head I'm like second guessing whether that's its name, but I'm gonna stick with my gut on this one. Okay, next, shiny Crobat. Not gonna lie, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. A tier, I like Crobat. Normally, and I think this is a fun change. Not S tier level. Like I wouldn't put in the effort of like, okay, I'm gonna do this many encounters or this many, like hatching the eggs and all that stuff. I wouldn't go out of my way for that Crobat, but like I would for Spinarak. So that's the difference between the two. Like I would still, like, if I ran into one, like if I ran into a shiny Crobat, then I would like use a bunch of like Ultra Balls or whatever items I had. Like I wouldn't care about wasting all of them. And that's the difference, I guess, between S and A tier. Like if it was an accident, I'd be really happy about it. Anyway, Chinchou. I love Chinchou. Chinchou is one of, my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. I think it's cute. I like its typing. It's boring. So is its evolution. Oh boy, I think we've hit like what is it saying? Hit a whatever. I can't. I feel like all my videos as of late have just been me not remembering like idioms. But anyway, Pichu, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. All, who cares? They barely look different. Cleffa has green little. Let's move Cleffa up. The green little things look fun, but Igglybuff and Pichu, they're just like barely even different. I'm not gonna. Now Togepi, does this just look like Togepi with a tan? Perhaps Togepi post, a Alola vacation. Yes. Sue me. I don't know. I like it. I think it's fun. Now, Togetic, get this out of my face. I mean, that's like, genuinely, I think if I showed, how do I put this? If I showed any Pokemon fan that sprite of a shiny Togetic, I don't think they would realize it's shiny, and that's why it's like, who cares? Like, what the? That's stupid. Don't waste my time. Now, Natu and Xatu, I love them. Some of my favorite Pokemon from this generation. I hate to say it, this is boring. It's uninspired. I would not care. Like, I would be like, how do you even show that off to someone? Be like, oh yeah, I got a shiny Xatu, and then they're like, oh, show me, and then you show them that. Like, if someone said that, I'd think they'd be like pulling a prank on me. I'd be like, oh, that's funny, but like, where's your shiny Xatu? Yeah. Anyway, Mareep. Now, we kept the blue body, but we changed the fluffiness to pink, which is cute because it references Flaffy. I would say this is pretty cool. Now, Flaffy. I couldn't be bothered. It's literally just Flaffy, but his little tail bulb is changed to green. That's kind of stupid. I don't know. Ampharos, not gonna lie, pretty freaking cool. A tier. If I got a shiny Mareep, I would go out of my way to just be like, let me just evolve this thing so that it is a shiny Ampharos, because this is way cooler. Blossom. Now, do I think this looks unique and different? Yes. Is it very clearly a shiny Pokemon? Yes. Do I think it looks good? No. But I still think it's pretty cool. I don't know, the purple, there's like a little too much going on. I don't know, it just, aesthetically, it's not the most pleasing thing to me, but I still think it's something that I would show to someone. Be like, oh, look at my shiny Blossom. Meryl, I'm not gonna lie, pretty cool. Same with the Zoomerall. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know, I like how they look. I almost think, a Zoomerall looks like a Easter egg, which I think is fun. Sudowoodo, another fave of mine, beloved, in my heart. And let me say this, I I like seeing that I'm like your typical average human. I like seeing the changing colors of the leaves in the fall, and I love, my favorite type of tree to see is a tree with bright red leaves. I think that looks so cool, and I think maybe that's what they're referencing with this. However, I think it looks gross. For some reason, it does not translate. It just does not translate right to Sudowoodo. Maybe it's because they made his body green and it just looks weird, but I don't know. It doesn't work for me, but it's still not, who cares? It's still a change that I think is like, oh, it's something rather than either boring or just like, I don't know, a complete downgrade of the design. Now, Politoed is another favorite Pokemon of mine, and I think the shiny version is incredible. I think that looks so cool. It looks like cotton candy. It is unique from the original design, and I think is equally as exciting. And so I'm gonna say S tier. I didn't know shiny Politoed looked so cool. I would absolutely go out of my way to try to get a shiny Politoed. Now, Hoppip. I feel like I have a bit of a, I don't know, up and down relationship with Hoppip. Sometimes I like Hoppip, sometimes I don't. You know, as a kid, I always thought Hoppip was cool, and then I played Scarlet and Violet, and I was kind of like, okay, who cares about Hoppip? But I would say it's shiny. I like that it's green. It almost gives like Halloween vibes, and so that works in its favor. What is your name? I know it's Hoppip and Jumpluff, but what is your name? My memory is failing me right now. I think it's we'll say it's I'll say it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna be a hater. Now, Jumpluff, I actually really like this one, and so I would say I'd be pretty thrilled to come across a shiny Jumpluff. Apom. Oh, if you have seen any of my Pokemon anything, you know how much love I have for Apom. Apom is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and this shiny Apom is perfect. I love it. It is a great design, a great change. It looks almost like, I don't know, a strawberry monkey. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it just looks so cool. I like it so much. It is, you know, it makes me wish I had one. Now, moving on to Sunkern. Now, moving on to Sunflora. I mean, like, don't waste my time with that thing. Shiny Sunflora, it kind of looks like an aged sunflower, like a sunflower at the end of its life cycle. So I would say C. It's not terrible, but it's not that interesting, but it's worth noting. Yanma. Now, Yanma is one of those Pokemon that I think is cool, but for whatever reason hasn't ever like entirely spoken to me. And so I don't know, I never just had one on my team. However, shiny Yanma, pretty freaking cool. I think that is A tier worthy. Wouldn't go out of my way to, you know, purposely get one, but if I accidentally came across one, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, this is so cool. Now, Wooper is another Pokemon that I absolutely love. I have a soft spot in my heart for Wooper. I think Pink Wooper is adorable. I would say A tier. And then Quagsire, same thing. It looks like, you know, I don't know why I thought this, but I was gonna say it kind of looks like a tongue. which isn't why I'm putting it in A tier, but like it just looks interesting. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. There was no way for me to elaborate on saying it looked like a tongue and then praising it, and so let's just end there. Espeon. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the evolutions. I say it all the time, blah blah blah, you've heard this shtick. Green Espeon's not that bad. Again, like some of the other ones, gives me Halloween vibes, so I think that's fun. It almost looks like it has like a ghostly hand as a tail, and so like a specter, is that the word? I don't know. Anyway, I think it looks like a ghost, and so I think it's kind of fun. I'll say C. Now, Umbreon. Umbreon is one of my favorite favorite evolutions. And I think the subtle change of yellow to blue works. Not gonna lie, A tier for me. Murkrow. A tier. I don't know. I'm starting to second guess whether his name is Murkrow, but I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, I think he looks cool. I think it's a fun change. I don't know, it makes him more interesting. That's a Pokemon that's never, again, another one that's not stood out to me, but a shiny version of it makes it a lot more exciting. No. I love Slowking. I think he's so cool. I think he's so fun. A Pokemon full of character, and that is something that I'll always praise and adore. However, like I said in the beginning, I am ranking them on the basis of their shininess, on that quality. And so unfortunately, I do have to say it's shiny. That's all I can say about it. It's shiny, and that's it. You change the color of the ruffle thing on his neck from red and white to blue and white, and that's it. Yawn. I don't know. Misdreavus. Oh, sorry. Who cares? Now, Blue Unknown. Did I think Unknown was a Gen 1 Pokemon? Yes. Same as Wobbuffet. But anyway, I'm not gonna lie, Tsumi, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I know it's not that big of a difference. Maybe like a white Unknown would have looked more cool or something, or had a bigger like contrast from the original version, but I kind of like Blue Unknown. Tsumi. Now Wobbuffet. Another Pokemon I like, another Pokemon I think is full of character, and I think that's worth praising. However, I do have to admit I like normal Wobbuffet better, Blue Wobbuffet better, and so I'm just gonna say pretty cool. I'm not gonna go out of my way to praise it too much. I think it's cool. Girafarig. So it's just blue now, which isn't bad. I think it just helps that it's a unique looking Pokemon in general, and so a subtle change can just sort of like enhance an already unique design. And so I'll say, B tier. What is your name? Pineco and Fortress. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Both of them are. They kind of look like I think I used the word sepia last time, and I don't even know if that's the word, but that like it's not like black and white, but it's like when like things are in like different shades of like brown, where they almost look like bronze. That's what it looks like a Western photo. Oh, that's what it looks like. Especially a Fortress, like an old Western photograph. That's what it looks like to me. Dunsparce. Now that is, I'll be frank, that is a Pokemon that I think I would describe as maybe forgettable, but the addition of pink is kind of cool, and so I would say B tier. I kind of like it. Shiny Gligar. It's cool. I don't know. I think it's awesome. Shiny Steelix. I don't like Steelix. I'm gonna be honest. Who cares? And it might sound like, oh, I thought you were ranking on the basis of their shininess. I am, and it doesn't look good. Oh. Now, Shiny Snubble. Snubble, I think, is a Pokemon that already looks unique in that, like, it's a dog Pokemon, but it looks kind of like weird, but like in a cool way. And I think this is a great change to the already interesting aesthetic. I'm gonna say S tier. It looks really cool. I don't know. I really like it. It really it stands out to me, and I think it's a bold change that really paid off. And then all of that gets destroyed and thrown in the garbage with Grumble, whatever. It's so boring looking. It's so desaturated. I don't think like I doubt anyone has ever said the sentence like, "Oh, Grumble's my favorite shiny Pokemon." No one, like, Shiny Grumble's my favorite shiny Pokemon. No one has ever said that. I promise you. I think like this is on record the first time that sentence has ever been said. So, you're welcome for providing you a unique experience. I know I'm going really like hard on it, but it's just like it's so boring and plain. It's like, why would I waste my time? Quillfish kind of reminds me of Love Disc. Pretty fun, pretty cool. I like it. I'm gonna say B tier. Now, Scizor. Is this a Pokemon I care about very much in its normal form? No. Do I think the green version is really freaking cool and an upgrade from the original version? Absolutely. It's an S tier for me. I like that it is green again, and it feels like a callback to Scyther. I think it looks like an interesting intersection of a robot, a bug, and an alien, and so S tier for me. Now, Shuckle, my beloved. Shuckle is a Pokemon that I hold a special place for in my heart. I think it's cute. I think it's, unique. I never had one on my team, but I still have love for it. I would say it looks pretty cool. Heracross. Do I think this is a big swing? Yes. Do I care? No. But is it negligible? Also no. So it's just gonna go in its shiny. I don't know. I kind of feel just like, okay. And that's it. What's your name? Sneasel? It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like normal Sneasel. I always get confused. It's like, is this Weavile or is it Sneasel or is it whatever? But I'm gonna call it Sneasel because I think that's what its name is. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it looks pretty cool. Teddiursa. Now, Teddiursa, a Pokemon I used to love as a kid, used to think it's very cute. And then I kind of just like got bored of it. Green Teddiursa, radioactive Teddiursa, absolutely goes hard. I think it looks very, it's cute, but it also just looks fun. Like, it looks interesting. Like I said, it looks radioactive. Ursaring, another Pokemon I never really cared about, but I wouldn't be thrilled if I came across it, but I'd say pretty cool. Now, I already had love for Slugma in its original form, but Gray Slugma is absolutely wild. It looks so freaking cool. I would 1,000,000% go out of my way to catch a shiny Slugma. I think I had a similar experience in seeing shiny Rapidash with Gray Flames and thinking that was such a cool change, and that change translates very effectively with Slugma as well. I love it. S tier, chef's kiss. It looks great. Now, I love Magcargo, and I think this is an interesting change, but I don't like it as much as Slugma. I honestly wish they would have kept it gray and maybe given it like a black shell. I think that would have looked really cool. Like maybe it would have looked like coal, but pink is still cool, and I would be thrilled if I came across it, but it's just like it loses some of that like uniqueness for me, or like that edge that I feel like Gray Lava, I don't know, embodies for me for whatever reason. Now, Swinub is actually a shiny Pokemon that I have. I caught it in Legends Arceus. That being said, it's shiny. I mean, like, it's not that cool. I was excited when I caught it. That still, is the truth. But like, yeah, I think I was just excited because it was a shiny, but that's it. Now, shiny Piloswine, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. Who cares? I'm pretty sure I didn't even evolve my Swinub, which I think is very telling about how I feel about shiny Piloswine. Shiny Corsola. It looks cool. It's interesting. It's a unique change, but would be thrilled if I came across it. Shiny Remoraid. Like, at this point, it's just like a pink fish to me. I don't know, but it's like an upgrade from like the bluish gray that it used to be. I don't know. Octillery. I love Octillery. Octillery was a staple Pokemon in my Legends Arceus team, and so I have love for that in that regard, but like the shiny version is so boring. I don't know, I don't like it. It just does not interest me. And then shiny Delibird, boring. I don't know, who cares? And then Mantine, come on. Don't waste my time, like that's so boring. Now, shiny Skarmory. Skarmory is a Pokemon that I can't say I've ever cared about, but it's almost like a more like a warm silver, almost like bronze, but not quite, like a warm silver, and then they changed the red and the wings to green, and I think it looks way cooler. I'm not gonna lie, this is A tier for me. Houndour and Houndoom. I would say it's shiny, but Houndoom, I don't know. It looks actually kind of interesting. I know it's like not that big of a difference, but like, I think it's like a brighter blue, like more saturated, and so I'll say pretty cool for Houndoom. This is happening to me a lot in this generation, where it's like so many of my favorite Pokemon have crappy shinies, and unfortunately that is the case for Kingdra, because I love Kingdra. Kingdra is such a cool Pokemon. To me, I love sea animals and I like seahorses, and so I think it's such like a cool, like strong looking Pokemon. And it's such a bright blue in its original form, and so I don't know why they would like sort of dull it out, make it this like dull pink purple, and so I hate to say it, it's kind of just, it's shiny to me. Now Fampi, it kind of looks like he's just like, I don't know, they rinsed him off, like Fampi got a bath. Donphan, there's something to it. I can't hate that much. Shiny Porygon 2. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. I would be excited if I came across it. Wouldn't go out of my way to get it, myself, but I would be like, oh, this is so freaking cool, and I would want to show it off if I caught it. Shiny Stantler. Another radioactive mammal. I'm gonna say it's pretty cool. I don't know. Never really liked Stantler, but in this moment I do. I like Shiny Stantler. Now, I went pretty hard on Flaffy for having a pretty minor change with, like, just the tail color. And you might want to be, like, you might think the same thing about Smeargle. There is a change in Smeargle's base color and the tail, which I think is an effective combo. Sue me for being inconsistent. I don't know. A tier. I think that looks really cool. I don't really care about Smeargle on its own, even though I do think it's like a unique design with some character, but like this, this is Chef's Kiss. This is exciting to me. Okay. Tyrogue. And that's all I can say about that. Hitmontop. I'm looking at it and I want to like it, but I just don't. But it's a change. It is a notable change. It is a recognizable change, and so there you are. Sorry if I'm being harsh. I don't know. Don't waste my time with those. Like, there's barely anything different, and especially what a disappointment with Elekid, because I like Elekid so much. I think it's such a fun Pokemon. Like, you don't want to change him red, orange, blue. I don't know. However, all of that disappointment is balanced because we have, a standout, an exciting shiny Pokemon finally, and its name is none other than Miltank. Shiny Miltank looks so cool. It looks like, for whatever reason, it looked like it produced vanilla ice cream in my mind. I don't even like ice cream, but I still think blue Miltank looks cool. I would absolutely go out of my way to catch it, and now that I know that Shiny Miltank looks like that, I kind of do want to do it, but yes, S tier for Shiny Miltank. Blissey, come on. And I love Blissey. I like Blissey. I think it's fun, but if I have to be honest, Raikou. This might sound weird, but like, if like for whatever reason I hadn't seen like a picture of Raikou or anything in like 2 years, and then I would like suddenly was shown this, and someone said to me, "This is normal Raikou." I don't know why I would be like, someone could trick me into thinking that's normal Raikou is what I'm trying to say, and so yeah, it's boring. I don't know. I get it's pretty cool. I'm not that excited by them. Why isn't Entei next to them? Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar. And you know what? Actually, now seeing the purple. Yeah, I actually think that looks cool. I don't even like Tyranitar. I've said that before, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to repeat myself, but I actually think this is an upgrade from the original aesthetic, so I like it. Now, Celebi, another Pokemon. Used to love as a kid, used to think it was really cute. Now as an adult, I'm sort of like, I don't really see what I saw. As a child, I sort of don't get it, but I think Pink Celebi looks really freaking cool. And so I'm going to say A tier. I would be thrilled if I encountered it. Now, Entei is actually a Pokemon that I think as I've gotten older, I've liked it more. Looking at shiny Entei, that's literally Mapostiff. Like, you can't trick me, that's Mapostiff. And so, there you are. Sorry, Entei. A disservice was done to you, and it's not my fault, but I can only respond with the truth. Now, shiny Ho-Oh. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I don't prefer it to the original, and so I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. Shiny Lugia. Why is it so much lower quality than all the other sprites? I don't know. Not gonna lie, I'd be thrilled. I like Lugia already. Pink Lugia looks even better, or not even better, but like equally as cool, and so I like it. Okay, let's take a quick look. S tier. I mean, that's freaking perfect chef's kiss. I wouldn't change a thing about it, and I would, go to bat for every single one of them. Is there anyone in A tier that I want to upgrade? Oddly enough, the only ones that I would consider would maybe be like Teddiursa or Skarmory, or maybe Jumpluff. But I feel good with my S tier. My S tier feels really strong, and so I don't want to just like saturate it for no reason. Well, this is it. This is my shiny tier list. Thank you for watching. If you got to this point, if you did get to this point, you're special to me. So, you get a special thank you. And I just wanted to say, and I really mean that.